Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dr. Health, your go-to channel for practical, science-backed, natural health advice to help you thrive every single day. I'm Dr. Health, your host, and today we're diving deep into a topic that could change the way you look at your plate. Foods you eat every day that might be secretly undermining the strength of your bones and the vitality of your legs. You might be sitting there thinking, Dr. Health, I'm fine, I walk to work, I climb stairs, I eat a decent diet, what's the big deal? But let me paint a picture for you. What if I told you that some of your favorite comfort foods, refreshing drinks, or even so-called healthy snacks are quietly eroding your skeletal foundation? Imagine this. You're out for a casual stroll, step off a curb, and snap, a minor misstep turns into a painful fracture because your bones couldn't hold up. Or maybe you've been brushing off that nagging stiffness in your legs, that ache after a short walk, blaming it on age or fatigue. What if it's not just life? What if it's your diet sending up red flags? These culprits might be hiding in plain sight, right there in your kitchen, on your grocery list, or in your takeout bag. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on these sneaky saboteurs that could be stealing your strength, one bite or sip at a time. And here's a little teaser to keep you hooked. By the end of this video, I'll reveal a surprising food that's marketed as healthy, but might actually be working against your bones and legs. Stick with me. This could be a total game changer for your health and mobility. So, why should you care about this? Your bones and muscles, especially in your legs, are the unsung heroes of your daily life. They carry you through every step, every squat, every dance move at a wedding or spontaneous twirl in your living room. When they're weak, everything suffers, your energy, your independence, even your mood. Weak bones increase your risk of fractures, osteoporosis, and chronic pain, while tired, achy legs can stop you from enjoying the activities you love. In this video, I'm not just going to list the top foods that harm your bone density and leg strength. I'm going to break down exactly how they do it, share the science behind it, debunk some myths that might have fooled you, and give you practical, actionable swaps you can start using today to protect yourself. We'll explore a bit of history, dive into modern research, and connect it all to real-world solutions that fit your life. But I can't do this alone. I need your help to keep this Dr. Health community growing strong. If you're excited to learn more, hit that like button right now, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that bell so you never miss a tip. And let's make this interactive. Drop a comment below. Have you ever struggled with unexplained leg cramps, bone stiffness, or joint pain? Where are you watching from today? I've got viewers tuning in from bustling New York City to the serene beaches of New Zealand, and I'd love to hear your story. All right, let's jump into the meat of this. Your bones and legs will thank you. Let's kick things off with a jaw-dropping fact that might make you rethink your next meal. Some of these bone-damaging foods have been tricking humanity for centuries, often disguised as harmless or even beneficial options. Take sodas, for example. Rewind to the 1800s, and you find pharmacists in small-town America bottling these fizzy drinks and selling them as health tonics. They claimed soda could cure headaches, settle upset stomachs, and even boost your energy. People couldn't get enough. But here's the catch. Those early recipes were loaded with phosphoric acid, a chemical that leaches calcium straight out of your bones, leaving them brittle and weak. Go back even further, and you'll see ancient civilizations falling into similar traps. The Egyptians, for instance, were geniuses with medicine and architecture. Think pyramids and papyrus scrolls. But their diet wasn't always bone-friendly. They loved foods like figs and dates, which are nutritious in moderation, but contain oxalates, natural compounds that can bind to calcium and stop it from fortifying your skeleton. Fast forward to today, and the evidence is undeniable. I've spent hours poring over studies from places like Harvard Medical School and the Mayo Clinic, and the data is crystal clear. These everyday foods are still silently chipping away at our skeletal health. For instance, a Harvard study I reviewed linked regular soda consumption to significantly lower bone density in both men and women, while Mayo Clinic researchers have flagged sugar's role in fueling inflammation that stiffens joints and weakens muscles. History and science are screaming the same message. What you put in your body could be a hidden thief, robbing you of strength one bite at a time. And trust me, we're just scratching the surface. This is going to get even more eye-opening. Now, let's get to the heart of it. the specific foods that are wreaking havoc on your bones and legs, why they're so dangerous, and what you can do to fight back. I've identified 10 major culprits, and I'm going to unpack each one with detailed explanations, scientific insights, real-life examples, and practical tips you can start using today. This is where the rubber meets the road. So grab a notebook or just soak it all in. Let's go. 1. Sodas, the bone-robbing refreshment. Sodas might feel like a cool, bubbly treat on a hot day, but they're a disaster waiting to happen for your skeletal system. The phosphoric acid in cola drinks, and even some clear sodas, directly competes with calcium in your body, blocking its absorption and leaving your bones starved for the mineral they need to stay strong. I've dug into research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, and the findings are stark. People who drink soda regularly have a measurably higher risk of osteoporosis and fractures, especially as they age. Think about that. Every can or bottle could be chipping away at your future mobility. And it's not just the acid. Sodas pack up to 10 teaspoons of sugar per serving, blowing past the World Health Organization's recommended limit of 6 teaspoons a day. That sugar overload spikes inflammation, which attacks your joints and leaves your leg muscles fatigued and sore. I once had a patient, Sarah, a 40-year-old teacher, who complained of constant knee pain and leg cramps. She was downing 2 sodas a day. When she cut them out and switched to water, she told me her legs felt lighter within 2 weeks. Practical tip: swap soda for sparkling water with a squeeze of fresh lemon or lime. It's just as refreshing, keeps you hydrated, and won't plunder your bones. 2. Refined sugar, sweet but sinister. Refined sugars everywhere. Candies, cookies, cakes, even sneaky culprits like ketchup and salad dressings. It's sweet on your tongue, but sinister for your skeleton. Sugar triggers a cascade of inflammation that irritates your joints and muscles, making your legs feel stiff and heavy. Worse, it messes with your body's ability to hold on to calcium. I've studied research from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, which found that high-sugar diets increase calcium loss through urine. Essentially, your bones' building blocks are being flushed away. Picture your skeleton as a castle under siege. Without enough calcium, the walls weaken and crack. Over time, this can lead to brittle bones and that achy, old before your time feeling in your legs. I remember a friend who loved sugary lattes and donuts. Her constant ankle pain cleared up when she switched to black coffee and fruit. Mid-video boost. Kick processed sweets to the curb and reach for natural alternatives like berries, a drizzle of honey, or even a square of dark chocolate. Your taste buds will adjust and your bones will thank you. 3. Fried and processed foods. Tasty but toxic. French fries, donuts, fried chicken, anything that's been dunked in hot oil. These are loaded with trans fats and saturated fats that inflame your entire body and block the uptake of key nutrients like calcium and magnesium. I've reviewed studies from the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, and the link is clear. Diets high in these fats are tied to weaker bones and more leg discomfort over time. The toxins created during frying, like acrylamide, also gum up your system, slowing blood flow, so your muscles and bones don't get the oxygen and nutrients they crave. Ever notice how sluggish you feel after a greasy meal? That's your body waving a warning flag. I tried an experiment myself. After a week of avoiding fried foods and baking my potatoes instead, my legs felt less heavy during my morning walks. Practical tip: ditch the deep fryer and try baking or air frying your favorites. You'll get that satisfying crunch without the skeletal sabotage. 4. Refined carbohydrates, the deceptive comfort food. White bread, white pasta, pastries, bagels. These refined carbs might be your go-to for a quick meal, but they're a slow poison for your bones and legs. Stripped of fiber and nutrients during processing, they break down into sugar lightning fast, spiking your blood sugar and setting off inflammation that weakens your skeletal structure. I've seen data from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showing that these sugar spikes disrupt calcium balance, leaving your bones more fragile over time. They also sap energy from your leg muscles, making even a short walk feel like a marathon. I switched to whole grain bread a few years back, and within days, I noticed my legs didn't tire as quickly. I was shocked at the difference. Personal story: my cousin used to live on white rice and complained of knee stiffness. When he swapped it for brown rice, He said it was like turning back the clock. Practical tip: start small. Replace one refined carb meal with a whole grain option like quinoa or oats. 5. Processed meats. Convenience with a catch. Bacon, sausages, pepperoni, deli meats. These might be quick and tasty, but they're packed with sodium and preservatives that wreak havoc on your bones. The high salt content forces your kidneys to flush out calcium, robbing your skeleton of its strength. I've looked at studies from the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research, and they show a clear connection. High sodium diets accelerate bone loss, especially in people over 50. Add in preservatives like nitrites, and you've got a recipe for inflamed joints and bloated, heavy legs. I had a patient, Mark, who loved his daily ham sandwich. His leg swelling and joint pain eased up when he switched to fresh turkey. Practical tip: opt for fresh proteins like grilled chicken, fish, or plant-based options like lentils or chickpeas. It's a small change with massive payoffs. 6. High sodium foods, salt sneaky side. Fast food, canned soups, salty chips, even some healthy frozen meals. These sodium bombs are everywhere, and they're brutal on your bones. Excess salt tricks your body into dumping calcium through urine, a fact backed by insights I've sourced from a National Osteoporosis Foundation. Too much sodium also causes water retention, swelling your legs and cutting your mobility. I've seen this firsthand. A colleague cut back on salty takeout and noticed her ankle stopped puffing up after a week. Mid-video boost. Ditch the salt shaker and flavor your food with herbs like basil, rosemary, or spices like turmeric. It's a simple tweak that protects your skeleton and adds zing to your meals. 7. Milk chocolate, a deceptive treat. Milk chocolate might feel like a harmless indulgence, but sugar and oxalates are a double whammy for your bones. Oxalates bind to calcium, stopping it from reaching your skeleton, while the sugar fuels inflammation. I've checked studies from the Journal of Nutrition, and they confirm that oxalates in chocolate can reduce calcium absorption significantly. Plus, the caffeine in chocolate can leach even more calcium out if you overdo it. I used to nibble milk chocolate daily. Switching to dark chocolate made my joints feel less creaky. Practical tip: go for dark chocolate with at least 70% cocoa. It's lower in sugar, rich in antioxidants, and won't rob your bones. 8. Excessive caffeine, the overstimulated risk. Coffee, energy drinks, even some teas. If you're chugging them all day, you're putting your bones at risk. Caffeine in moderation is fine, but too much interferes with calcium absorption and increases its loss through urine. I've studied Osteoporosis International research showing that people who exceed 400 milligrams of caffeine daily, about 4 cups of coffee, have lower bone density over time. It also dehydrates you, leading to muscle cramps and leg fatigue. I cut back from 3 coffees to 1, and my nighttime leg twitches vanished. Practical tip: stick to 1 or 2 cups, then switch to water or herbal teas like chamomile or peppermint. 9. Alcohol, the social saboteur. A glass of wine or a beer might feel relaxing, but alcohol is a stealthy bone thief. It blocks your body's ability to activate vitamin D, which you need to absorb calcium effectively. I've reviewed alcohol research current reviews, and the data is sobering. Heavy drinking slashes bone density and slows healing from fractures. It also hampers circulation, leaving your legs achy and sluggish. I've seen this in action. A friend who loved her nightly cocktails cut back to 1 a week and said her morning leg stiffness disappeared. Practical tip: swap that second drink for sparkling water with a splash of fruit juice or a slice of cucumber. It's festive and bone-friendly. 10. Industrialized and frozen foods, the convenience trap. Frozen pizzas, TV dinners, packaged snacks. They save time, but they're loaded with sodium, unhealthy fats, and preservatives that harm your bones and inflame your joints. Research I've studied from Harvard Medical School ties these processed foods to poorer skeletal health and increased fracture risk. They also bog down your system, making your legs feel heavy. I started batch cooking fresh veggie stir-fries on Sundays, and my energy soared. Practical tip: spend an hour prepping fresh meals a week. It's a small investment for stronger bones and happier legs. This is your blueprint for bulletproof bones and legs. Stay tuned for the big finish. Let's tackle some roadblocks you might face. Myth number 1: diet soda is a safe alternative. Not true. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame mess with your metabolism and indirectly harm bone health, according to physiology and behavior. Myth number 2, sugar just gives me energy. Wrong. It's inflaming your joints and leaching your calcium. Myth number 3, a little fried food won't hurt. It adds up. Those fats build inflammation over time. Watch out for overdoing caffeine, salty snacks, or processed meats too. They're easy habits to slip into. Start small. Swap one soda for water. Trade fries for roasted sweet potatoes, or cut back on coffee after noon. Now, here's the big reveal I promised. Even some healthy foods like spinach, rhubarb, or beets can block calcium absorption if you eat them in huge amounts thanks to their oxalates. I was floored when I first learned this from a nutrition seminar. Don't ditch them entirely. They're packed with nutrients, but balance them with calcium-rich foods like yogurt, kefir, or fortified almond milk. I tried this myself. Pairing my spinach salad with a dollop of Greek yogurt kept my bones happy and my conscience clear. Bonus tip: keep your dark chocolate in the fridge and pair it with a handful of almonds for an anti-inflammatory, bone-boosting snack. These tweaks are small, but they stack up to stronger, more resilient you. There you have it. 10 foods that could be silently sabotaging your bones and legs, plus a treasure trove of ways to fight back and reclaim your strength. Pick one tip to try this week. Maybe swapping soda for water or fries for baked veggies. And let me know how it goes in the comments. I'm here cheering you on. If this video opened your eyes, give a thumbs up, share it with a friend who needs to hear this, and hit subscribe to join the Dr. Health family. Next time, I'm spilling the beans on a natural stress-busting trick you'll wish you'd known years ago. It's a good one. Thanks for spending time with me today. Stay strong, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.